All right, folks, Tommy Cowett here with Growing Green on the lawn with you, and really, it's not quite a lawn yet, but here I am at Greensboro College in Greensboro, North Carolina, downtown, and as you can see, this is a gravel bed. What this is their athletic field. This is a $1.5 million project, a $1.5 million AstroTurf field. And right now they've just put down about, they didn't even know how many cubic yards of number 57 stone went down over the top of this mat. And as you can see, what has gone in before that is a curbing all the way around. It's like a bowl that'll completely hold every bit of water. And then down on the other side over here, there's a rain garden or a catch basin that's gonna hold all that water. But I just want to follow along with this project. As you can see, the underground drainage here. It's like 12-inch line. And it's throughout this entire field. So this is the base going in. This is being done by Sports Construction Management out of Lexington, North Carolina. They do a lot of fields, and we've been watching them at High Point University, and they do some work at Wake Forest. I think they do a little work at Wake Forest. I'm not really sure. No, that's a different company. Elon, no, that's somebody else too. But I did see these guys at High Point University. And they will start putting in the rug. So we'll follow along with this. In a pretty expensive field. So just follow along and see how this rug comes in. All right, folks. Well, here we are back at Greensboro College. As you can see, all the cement curbing's been put in, and they've got the surface prepped now. On top of that number 57 stone, this appears to be like paver base or gravel, granite dust, which is now spread out, rolled out, packed very well over the top of the surface of the field. And I do believe at this point, I don't know if the crumb rubber comes in yet, or if they're going to begin to put in the floor. Go ahead and put the rug down, put the actual carpet in. And there's the contractor showing up. It's Monday morning. All right, folks, here they are laying out the roll. They're going ahead on top of the paver base. They're putting that carpet down. You see those guys way on over there seaming it together? This is a huge knitting job. All right, folks, so it's been quite a knitting job. As you can see how that turf comes all the way up to the top of the curbing that was put in. And after the knitting job, the emblem was actually sewn in. All the lines got sewn in. They covered and top dressed with crumb rubber, which is a rubber material that it's like tires ground up. Beautiful skyline of Greensboro, and that is brushed in. And in a moment you'll see a video from Wake Forest University that I took earlier of a demonstration of a vertico groomer. These don't need to be cleaned, and they need to be groomed from time to time, and that crumb rubber gets reconditioned as well as replenished. So anyway, Tommy Cowett here on the lawn with you, looking at an athletic turf. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Playing on synthetic on my piece. The piece that our good contractor from Eastern brought out here to show you today is in fact the same one that most of the NFL teams have purchased from me. I want to make some distinctions here because this is the unit that I would not sell if you had an E-layer field. The E-layer fields have remember from the earlier talk, the closed cell dense foam pad that's underneath of the carpet itself. And what will happen is heavy machines that are on steel rollers, this actually rides on 2 steel rollers, can tend to push that carpet. And if there's no adhesion between those 2 surfaces, you'll bubble a wrinkle. It'll actually start to push the carpet and you'll get a bubble in it. Then the next thing you know, you're out there, 20 of you, all on your hands and knees trying to do this to straighten the wrinkle out. So remember, if you've got an E-layer field, your tools or devices, whether it's my company's or anybody else's, should be on flotation tires, pneumatic tires, okay? That's the deal. If you've got a field that's got an E-layer, use something that's got rubber tires, pneumatic air-filled tires, and you'll be okay. If you're using a steel piece out there, you're not going to be happy with your results. So what the Vertitop does is, like I said before, it's got a basic grooming rake, steel fingers, or we can also give you the option if your carpet manufacturer says no steel on my carpet, I can put the plastic ones on there. Plastic ones are okay, the steel ones actually do better. One of the other presentations that you're going to get to see this afternoon is the best in testing equipment that we all have right now to be able to use to find out if our fields are too hard. So what we'll do with that rake, the steel rakes will always decompact more. The Clegg hammer or the G-Max tester will always prove that, bar none. I don't care whose rakes, mine, yours, anybody's, that's a good tool out there for decompacting this infill material. The brush is rotating against the grain, so what it does is, and again, I say that if you're looking at something with a rotating brush, against the grain is better than with the grain because it's combing from the bottom to the top. Remember I was telling you we have to play on the tips of these fibers. We're not supposed to play on the sides. So rather than brushing it over, I'd rather comb it from the top and stand it up the way that it's supposed to. It's bringing the material up through a baffle. The big box you see on top is the vacuum. That's a 25 HEPA vacuum, very similar to what you have at your house, but this is just made for this kind of turf system. What you got inside there is a simple bag. It can be cleaned. All you do is turn it inside out, hose it off, let it dry in the sun, and put it back on. Do I need to stock a bunch of bags? No, I tell you, have 2 of them, because I'll do half a field, and then I might empty the bag and be done with it. And they're reusable. You don't have to replace them. I'd buy a second one, and then you're good to go. Contractors might want a little more. Pulled it off a little earlier just to show. They put it back on for me already. Run it. But they emptied it out on me. That ain't fair. I wanted to discuss all of them right after lunch. See if I can get it from the dry heat. What we've got here is some loose fiber, and I had a piece that was stuck up, but you'll see this fine gray dust that's up here. That's the stuff that Mother Nature's blowing onto the field and everything, and that's the stuff that we want out, because that will actually build up over a period of time and it'll clog the drainage in your field. Now, if it's Sportex,